Hey everyone, it's Caito, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all about the potential of Brewster coming to Animal Crossing New Horizons. So if you're interested in content like this and you want to see more in the future, I'd appreciate if you'd like and subscribe, but let's get right into it. So if you happen to be new to the Animal Crossing franchise, New Horizons is your first game, and you don't know who Brewster is a pigeon NPC who runs a coffee shop. He has existed in previous games, and basically he has his coffee shop in the town, and you're able to go there and eventually get a job at the coffee shop serving coffee to your villagers, and you have to figure out how to serve it to them to their liking. Each one prefers a different style of coffee, different amount of sugar, different amount of milk, all of that kind of stuff. Brewster is a very beloved NPC in Animal Crossing. I really do like Brewster as well. However, I feel like I have an unpopular opinion when it comes to Brewster and New Horizons. As you've probably heard me talk about before, I think any new content in the game is great, and I will accept anything they are willing to throw our way, including Brewster. However, I don't think Brewster is going to save Animal Crossing. I feel like a lot of people think that Brewster coming to the game is going to have this huge resurgence of people getting back into Animal Crossing, and while I do think that for a short period of time, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, adding an NPC like Brewster would be enough to bring people back, I don't think it's enough to keep people long term. I would love to know what you guys think about this. If you haven't been playing Animal Crossing, or if you've noticed you're playing it a lot less frequently, do you feel like bringing an NPC like Brewster back to the game would be enough for you to play, say, for 2 months? Would you pick it up just to go and play whatever is associated with Brewster? Would it be enough to bring you back into playing the game altogether? I'm really curious what you guys think about that. Now, let's talk a little bit about why Brewster is commonly the NPC that's talked about in a bunch of speculation videos, future update videos. There have been data mines that included a bunch of stuff in regards to a cafe on the island, specifically a second tier in the museum. In regards to data mines, they don't always come true, but I do feel like there's enough in this data mine to lead me to believe that this is something that will eventually come. I do feel like this is still months away from coming, maybe closer to the 2-year anniversary of New Horizons, but I strongly believe this is something that we will eventually get. This and crops are both two things that have been data mined that I really think are coming. If they don't come, I'll obviously be a little bit disappointed because there was that potential for them to come, but I really do think it's coming. This, to me, I feel like is more likely than something like a huge new town that you can travel to or something like that. As much as I would love something like that, this is something that already exists in the coding, and I just feel like it's the most likely scenario. So that is why Brewster is talked about a lot. A bunch of people love him. It's also been in the data mine that a cafe is probably coming. But like I said, I just don't feel like Brewster is what is going to, quote, save Animal Crossing. Now, I have also expressed my opinion before on whether I think Animal Crossing needs saving or not. And for me personally, and a lot of other people in the community, I feel like it really doesn't. I feel like we've gotten several updates. They're constantly adding new content, whether it's all the content that we want or that we're hopeful for. Maybe not the case, but they are adding content. For me, I'm still playing the game daily, so I don't really feel like it needs saving. However, I am cognizant that other people aren't playing as much or have stopped playing altogether, and I do feel like they probably need to do something to reel those people back in and not solely focus on selling new copies of the game. I feel like there's such an existing Animal Crossing community that if they put enough into, say, one large update, I feel like they could just bring so many people back to this game. I just don't think Brewster is going to be that thing. I feel like it's also a little bit too late to implement a bunch of multiplayer games and things like that. I feel like less and less people are doing the multiplayer thing, going to other people's islands, all of that stuff. I feel like that has dropped off significantly, so I don't know if that's the answer either. For me, I think it's pretty clear that there was kind of a shift in content from New Leaf to New Horizons. This one is much more design focused. I mean, your whole goal is to design your island, so KK will come and play on your island. I really think that's what they were trying to focus on, and since they are so focused on that, I think there's kind of a drop off. Once you get your island to 3 stars, there's a lack of guidance post game. I feel like if they were to add things for you to do after you finish the game, not necessarily more bugs, more fish, things like that, but maybe more design challenges or just things that you could continue to strive for after reaching 3 stars. Something more like that would increase the longevity of this game. You're focused so much on designing, you get to 3 stars, and then there's nothing at that point. You still have your Nook Miles achievements, you still have your Critterpedia that you can fill up, but it's like the shift from what you were doing to then what you're supposed to be doing after, it's just non-existent. So I think the focus should be more there. I feel like this also plays into why themes are such a big deal in Animal Crossing. I think people need something to focus on in terms of their designing, because once we've gotten to 3 stars, that's what we are continuing to focus on. And I think themes really help to guide people. So wrapping all of this up, I really think Animal Crossing needs to have some kind of design update, whether that's new furniture, new DIYs, more customization options, something along those lines to really reel people back into the game. And I just don't think Brewster is that thing. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate if you'd like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!